Hey there, it's Beth. How are you doing today? I wanted to talk about a personal mythic system, and this is my theory of that. Everything you think, everything you say, the stories you tell yourself about yourself, the stories that other people tell you about yourself, all become a framework that I refer to as the personal mythic system. And it's everything, it's those things that someone in third grade told you about yourself, that you stuck onto that framework and said, this is a story about me. And you put it in there and you took it to heart. Or stories you tell about yourself and stuck that on your framework and keep telling yourself the stories that may or may not be good for you. It also includes larger cultural frameworks, obviously, of your mythology systems you're interested in, and deities you may work with, tarot, runes, any of that kind of stuff also gets put onto this framework. And, it can be very beneficial, some of those stories, and some of them are going to be detrimental. And one of the stories I was telling myself is I'm not going to ever have a lot of money, because at the time I was working in nonprofits, and it's not a place where you make a ton of money. But that was 10 or so years ago. I'm still telling myself that story. And even though I still have a very strong social justice leaning, and I always will, because I always had it even as a kid, that's not where I'm at. And I'm starting a business. I try, have two businesses cooking in my little cooker pot, and telling myself that I'm never going to have a lot of money. Not a good thing to continue with. And so right now what I'm doing is working on changing that mindset, because it's one of the things that's stuck in that little framework that's not good for me. And I don't want it there, because I want to have money. Money's fun. You get to do things with money. If we could trade leaves, I'd be, rolling in it, because we have lots of trees. But, you got to think of yourself, you're like a subculture. It's like you have your culture, and then you got your subcultures that you're in, and then this other subculture that you're in. And, it's like a subculture of one. It's you and your systems and those stories. And the growth of this personal mythic system is something you can use in path working, changing behaviors. If you want to add a mythic system, an outside larger cultural mythic system onto your framework, you have a framework in place and ways to do this. It's like it's how I think of kind of moving the mundane stuff and self-help stuff kind of out of that area into my spiritual practice, and having it be there as opposed to, this is my day life, this is my spiritual life, this is this other life, and creating one big old bundle that becomes your life. And you put it on this framework of your personal mythic system, and you create a system for you. And it's your own personal system. No one else is going to have your mythic system. That's just how it is. And that's the beauty of it. So I highly suggest start looking at the stories you tell yourself, stories people have told you. What mythic systems on a larger cultural scale are you drawn to? Divination systems, synchronicity, and quinky dinks. I've been saying quinky dinks lately instead of coincidences. Good old Kelly Bundy. But look at those and see where they lead you. And that's it today. Blessed be.